Become one of the largest left standing amid the crypto crunch. So what else could Bankman-Fried have up his sleeve? Joining us now is Chris McCann of Race Capital, who was an early investor in FTX. Chris, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, Frank. Good to see you again.
So, Chris, we got a lot of breaking news to talk to you about. The latest news that just came out, Three Arrows Capital filing for bankruptcy. Obviously, at one point, a very respected crypto hedge fund. I want to get your take on that, as well as FTX, a company you were an early investor in, looking to acquire BlockFi.
Yeah, I guess a few things on the FTX side. Yeah, we at Race Capital, we were one of the original seed investors in FTX, and we're the only fund that participated in the C, B, and B1. So we participated them through the whole way out, and they're one of the most focused, agile, and aggressive teams in all of crypto and all of Web3. Really, if you can kind of compare them to their largest competitor, Coinbase has 5,000 employees. After the big cut they did, 1.9 billion in daily trading volume, versus FTX has 300 employees doing $12 billion in daily trading volume. So a huge multiplier in FTX versus some of their other competitors, which is why they've been able to make some of these aggressive moves that they have been.
So you and I chatted a little bit earlier. You're saying this downturn in cryptocurrency, I'm paraphrasing, you didn't say this exactly, but kind of separates the sizzle from the steak. Now, you don't have to name any names unless you want to. You can name names if you want to. What are the qualities of steak, and what are the qualities of the companies that seem to lack that substance?
Yeah, we were speaking about it a little bit before. Keep in mind, in the crypto space, these big sort of drawdowns, this isn't the first time that it's happened before. This has happened kind of many times over. In addition to FTX, we are also early seed investors in Solana itself, the network that the last guest was just talking about as well. They were founded in 2018. At that time, the Bitcoin price had corrected over 65%. And even when we made the investment in FTX in the seed round in 2019, the market was down 70% kind of from all-time high. So these periods of time when there's huge kind of market corrections kind of at work, this is when you really separate the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. And you get the people who are doing this for more fundamental reasons versus a lot of the tourists and the people doing it for the hype and the sizzles you mentioned. These people sort of kind of usually tend to leave the industry at this periods of time because it's a lot harder. People have to really kind of hunker down and like build real stuff here. There's no room for kind of a lot of sort of fake stuff, if you will.
So are there questions about the investability of cryptocurrencies? I mean, Kate Rooney just hit on it. BlockFi was valued at $4.8 billion not too long ago, now selling for maybe $240 million. We're seeing Three Arrows Capital being liquidated in the British Virgin Islands. However, looking at some of the news that's coming out, the liquidation will protect the U.S. assets and some of the U.S. investors. If you were a person who wasn't as well versed in this industry, but just an outside investor, whether institutional or retail, do you still feel like right now this is a good time to get in?
Yeah, one of the things I might keep in mind for the sort of listeners listening at home who might not be as familiar with this industry is you have the cryptocurrencies themselves. So think of like the Bitcoins as the world that sort of trade like commodities, if you will. You have a lot of these financial products, which a lot of the centralized ones have always been honestly a little bit more dubious from the start. We personally do not have positions in any of these kind of more centralized lenders. So you always have to be a little bit careful of those. And then you have more of the technical lower level infrastructure side. So you have like the layer one transaction networks, the decentralized storage networks. This is really like what we focus here on Race Capital, pre-seed, seed investments, leading rounds, and these kinds of companies, because we really care about the long-term health and usage of all these things. For example, the Solana network, despite all the stuff going on, has over 2 million daily active users across all of its network. So these are the things that like we tend to focus on. Again, in terms of like the actual financial products and people promising you sort of high yields and all that stuff, I would be very skeptical and cautious about all these kinds of things. Because again, there was a lot of noise in this space just a few months ago, but a lot of that's going to come out now.
Yeah, cryptocurrency has turned into buyer beware. Chris McCann, we appreciate your insight tonight on Crypto Night in America. Thank you very much.